Before we start the wedding rehearsal, there are one or two things I find a bit confusing.
Like, is it night or day?
The weddings are to take place one after another.
Well done.
You don't want a double wedding.
No.
And the first wedding is between Harvey and Tom, right?
Almost.
Harvey and me, Dennis.
Oh, good. I thought for one moment we might be getting a bit modern. The second wedding is between, any volunteers?
Us.
Oh, and who are you marrying?
Each other, you pillock.
Pillock, right. And Jane, who's giving you away?
I am. Her grandfather.
And who's giving Diana away?
Me again. Double shift.
His grandfather as well.
He's my auntie. Someone hit her with a pont.
And best man, men.
I've got Geoffrey.
That's me. I'm Tom's son.
And I've got Jamie.
Isn't he giving your bride away?
No problem. I can just start from side to side.
Ah, well, good. That seems to have sorted that out. Just one last thing. What's the baby to be called? John is a nice name. Or Betty. Or Evelyn, in case you're not sure of the sex.
Sleep well, sweetheart. Try this one. It's got a little veil.
Oh, think I need it, do you? Am I that ancient and hideous?
Diana, stop being so insecure. You're only getting married. People do it all the time.
Yes, but not me, and not in a church. I mean, what if God hears me lying through my teeth in one of his places? I'll be turned into a pillar of salt. Oh, I can't go through with it.
Of course you can. It's just nerves.
No, it isn't. I'm not some simpering teenage tart who had one pina colada too many and is now wondering if she'll get through the wedding ceremony before the waters break. I'm a mature woman. I have lived and learned, and I've formed a set of standards and principles which, however prickly, are the ones I live by. And marriage is not one of them.
So, why are you getting married?
I don't know. For Tom, I guess. He said he'd kill himself if we didn't go legit.
Well, there you go then. That's quite reason enough. You're doing it for Tom.
Yes, yes, yes. Just a day's outing to keep him happy.
That's the way.
Doesn't matter that I'm hauling down my colours, throwing in the sponge, just turning myself into some man's appendage. No more Diana Trent, ancient warlord, scourge of the desert sands. I'll just be Mrs. Ballard. Tom's ball and chain, his trouble and strife, his little wife. Oh, God, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it.
What ho?
Oh, hello, Tom.
What is it you hate so vehemently?
This hat.
Oh, nothing else?
Well, this one as well, and that one. I was just saying, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I hate them all.
Oh, well, so long as it's just a hat.
Spud you like, hat you hate. That's all.
Just going to my room to get something.
Could have been tricky.
This is a bit high. Not pregnant, are you?
Jenny!
Harvey got me this dress. It was his mother's, and her mother's before that. Really? Fancy the Taiwanese having full polyester in them days.
Speaking of getting pregnant,
Which we weren't.
just supposing we were, as a stand-in for your parents, as it were, I feel it incumbent on me to sort of maybe inform you about one or two facts, the like of which you may not have been informed about before. Do I make myself clear?
No.
It's all right, Jamie. I've had a long chat with Jane and she knows all about the wedding night.
And I can tell you right now, we're having none of that sort of behaviour on our honeymoon. We intend to enjoy ourselves. Go to the museum, maybe a cinema, not leap about like wild animals on a trampoline. Thank you very much.
I never thought I'd feel sorry for Harvey.
Harvey, you're not meant to see me like this.
Jane, you look wonderful. Not like a panto fairy at all.
Oh, thank you, Harvey.
And what a day tomorrow will be, eh, Jane? Our day of great joy, the union of our two souls forever and ever.
Oh, Harvey, you're so romantic.
I certainly am. Now, would you mind signing this?
What is it?
It's the prenup.
What?
The prenuptial agreement. You know, if the whole thing blows up in a couple of months, this will stop you from screwing me for everything you can get. There's a special clause about the GTI. Even if I die, you can't drive that. So you just sign this and we'll get on with it. Well, what's the matter with her?
You're such a bent little prat.
Thank you, Jenny. You're fired.
Harvey,
What?
you won't forget our stag night, will you?
I haven't got time for all that nonsense.
I'll be paying.
So where's it going to be?
Well, I think it's a ridiculous idea.
All good blokes have a stag night.
Yes, but not men who are 110 years old with weak hearts. Tomorrow is going to be a big strain on both of us. I'll be right peed off if you snuff it halfway up the aisle.
All right. Just one quick drink and back home. See you later. I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells begin to chime.
Oh, God. What a farce.
Righto, here's your coat.
What?
Jenny and I and all the lady residents have decided we are going to give you and Jane a serious hen night.
All women together? Oh, how mind-bogglingly dull.
No, darling, not just women.
What do you mean?
You'll see. Come on. Come on.
I'm diabetic, remember? I can't get totally rat-arsed.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going to have a drink with my father. It's his stag night.
You're supposed to be stopping this wedding, not encouraging it.
I think it's a very nice idea. I'm sure it'll make Dad very happy.
He'll give all our money away to that old hag. We'll always be poor nobodies. I'll have to go on the streets, sell myself.
Sounds much more sensible than giving yourself away, dear. Which street do you have in mind?
Why?
Well, I'll put it in the local papers. Then I won't have strange men ringing up at all hours to find out exactly where you're swinging from the chandeliers with your knickers round your face.
I want that wedding stopped.
Hello, Volvo. How are you this fine summer's evening? We're going to a party, but don't worry. I won't be drinking. Bye, dear. Happy whoring.
To stop that wedding.
One night in heaven, one night in heaven. One night in heaven, one night in heaven.
shall we sing next?
Why don't we go home?
How does it go? God, I'm fine.
I think you've all had quite enough to drink. We've a big day tomorrow. I think it's time to say sleep tight, don't let the bugs bite.
Geoffrey, did you know that you are the most boring man in the whole wide world?
Yes?
I want to say something.
Speak, speak. We promise not to throw up till you finish.
This is my last night of freedom. No longer will I be the famous bachelor known through 5 counties and a bit of the next one. Even now I can hear the weeping of the young girls as the great Harvey Nigel hangs up his shooting irons and takes himself a woman, and what a lucky woman to have nailed the great, marvellous me. 3 cheers for me! Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
I think I'm going to be ill.
Sorry, so am I. Excuse me.
You're very quiet, Tom. Have another drink. Something worrying you?
Everything is worrying me.
Ah, we all feel like that. Whenever I got married, and that was quite frequently, I always thought I was making the most terrible mistake. Mind you, I always was. That's neither here nor there.
Me too. Terrible mistake. When I remember walking down the aisle with Marion, well, I was walking. She was sort of twitching and jumping down the aisle due to some rather nasty infection of the urinary tract. A rock and wrestler friend of hers. He's quite a nice chap, actually. Very handy for carrying the luggage on the honeymoon. Anyway, I often think, wouldn't it have been nice if, while walking down the aisle, I'd been struck down by polio, or the church had collapsed, or there'd been an earthquake and the whole of Hampshire had disappeared into the sea, so that now I would hardly be even a small blip on the collective memory of mankind, let alone still being married to a woman who's had more men than the most fanatical members of the Gourmet Society have had hot dinners.
Oh, God.
Well, what a fun night this is.
Excuse me, but would you like me to call the fire brigade? Your friend has jammed his head in the lavatory bowl.
Just keep flushing it.
You could uproot trees with that.
Volvo.
Do you think you'd be all right?
I hope not. I'm more worried about you.
Nothing wrong with me.
You don't seem to be exactly thrilled to bits at your upcoming enslavement.
I want to say good night to Diana.
Who've lost the lavvy on me?
Diana. That's the thing. Diana.
Yes?
Are you all right? Funny.
You're talking to my feet.
Must have moved the room around.
I'm trying to drain the blood from my feet.
Oh, good idea. Why?
Because I spent half the night dancing with naked men.
What did you do the other half of the night?
Dragged Jane off naked men. Do you know, I think they were the first she'd ever seen. A conversion made St. Paul's Damascus Road number look like a housewife having a bit of a dither in Tesco's.
Tried to drown Harvey in a lavatory.
Oh, good old boys together, eh?
Right. I couldn't go through this marriage caper too often.
True. Well, what do you want, Tom? I'm too knackered for any prenuptial jollies.
Oh, no, not now. No, goodness me, no. Could kill the pair of us.
True. So what do you want?
Diana. Are you happy
Happy?
about getting married?
Yes, of course I am.
You don't hate it?
I don't know what you are talking about, Tom.
Honestly?
Cross my heart and hope to die. I'm fine. I'm just fine.
That's all right then. Night. See you in church.
Everything under control. No cock-ups.
Not a serious one. It's just that I thought you said a double wedding.
No, one after the other.
Well, I'm afraid there's a funeral booked for the second slot.
Well, unbook it.
They're already here. So it'll have to be a double wedding, I'm afraid.
Fine. Marvellous. Why not bung in a few more? They do millions at a time in Korea. You'd be a big hit in Korea, Dennis. Why don't you get on your bike and pedal over there?
Diana's going to love this.
I think 18 vodkas for breakfast is one of your record beaters, dear.
We've got to stop this wedding.
Just hold still.
Quite capable of putting on my own lipstick. Thank you.
In a minute. Right. Hurry up, for goodness sake!
Dear God, if the world was run on woman time, we'd still be in the Dark Ages.
Oh, Jane, you look wonderful. I think I'm going to be sick.
And I thought we'd never get you off our books.
How do I look?
You look like you're going to a wedding. As a spectator.
Yes, well, I'm damned if I'm going to get done up like some virgin sacrifice.
You look fine. Come on, let's get there before the funeral starts.
Funeral? What funeral?
I'll tell you about it in the car.
Busy afternoon, you know.
Can't bring him in yet.
Who?
The deceased.
No, you cannot.
It's just we've got a busy afternoon, Governor. We've got 3 stacks and a holding pattern. Just bung him in the vestry.
Get out.
Well, he's not going to join in or nothing. All right. All right.
Where are they?
There, it's just nerve. Come on, it's getting late.
Well, it doesn't matter. I have decided that I am not getting married after all. Tell them to turn round.
I will not. You're behaving like a mean, spoilt, selfish brat.
So what's new?
And if you don't get in the car and do the right thing by Tom, I will never bring Baby Di to see you again, not ever, and I mean it.
Jane, you look revolting.
Oh, it's all right. Take no notice. You look lovely. Diana, you're a cow.
Come on, wagons roll, for God's sakes.
Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. In sure uncertain.
Wedding first, funeral second. Got that, Dennis?
Oh, right, yes. Wilt thou... Shouldn't there be a bride?
2 brides.
Isn't that bigamy?
I'm going to wait for them. Come on! Or the party will start without you. Who are you, brides or grooms? Look like you're dressed for a funeral. Ah. So sorry.
Oh, God, they're coming.
Shut it.
Hurry up, for God's sake. The place is double booked.
It would appear that God does have a sense of humour after all.
I think I'm dying.
Just take deep breaths. In, out. That's it.
Can we hurry up, please?
Will you stop fussing, girl? Now, listen, Daddy Dumpkins. You see over there all that nonsense. Well, now, never let that happen to you.
Stop that. You take no notice, darling.
You'll be fine.
Come on, before Dennis christens everyone.
get on with it.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered together here in the sight of God and in the face of this congregation.
Where are we going to put it? Inside, of course.
Which is an honourable estate instituted of God in the time of man's innocency, signifying unto us the mystical union that is betwixt Christ and his church.
Finished. But from 2:30 it's hours.
And both were brought in Cana, into which holy estate these two persons present come now to be joined. Therefore, if any man can show any just cause why they may not lawfully be joined together, let him now speak, or else hereafter forever hold his peace.
Yeah, I object. I don't want the old ones to get married. She'll take all his money, and I'll just end up a poor tart in the gutter. Hello, Geoffrey. What are you doing here?
It's all right. Carry on.
This one, Marion, really wonderful. I baptize thee in the name
Morning. I mean, good morning. Not, are you mourning? Excuse me. Another one bites the dust. No, sorry.
Harvey Nigel Baines, wilt thou have this woman to thy wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Wilt thou love her, comfort her, honour and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all other, keep thee only unto her, so long as ye both shall live?
Yeah.
I will.
Oh, I will.
Jane Clarissa Laetitia, wilt thou have this man to thy wedded husband, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Wilt thou obey him and serve him, love, honour and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all other, keep thee only unto him, so long as ye both shall live?
I will, definitely.
Those whom God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. Harvey, you may kiss the bride.
Sorry, Harvey.
That's all right, Jane. Anytime.
Sorry.
And now to our second happy couple. Thomas Edward Ballard, wilt thou have this woman to thy wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Wilt thou love her, comfort her, honour and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all other, keep thee only unto her, so long as ye both shall live? That's right, isn't it?
Get on with it, Tom.
What was the question?
Do you take Diana as your wife?
No. No, I don't think so.
What do you mean?
Dad, you say I will.
But I won't.
Tom, what's going on?
Diana, I think it's a bad idea. I think it would ruin everything. I'm just not the marrying kind. I'd be off. I'd break your heart. Let's keep things the way they are. Knew what? I know nothing. This is my decision.
You old buzzard. I adore you.
Oi! Listen, cock. This is our time now. Get this lot out of here.
Welcome, welcome to our harvest festival.
Happy. You see how happy.
How do you mean?
When we get home, I am going to give you the best Saturday nighting you have ever had in your life.
Jolly good. Meanwhile, we might as well do the photos. We have paid.